Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Listen, before we get into the love and hip hop, girl, I want to get into Toya and Reginae. Okay, because y'all know I talk to y'all about Toya and Reginae just by way of, when stuff happens and I come to y'all and we discuss, right? And in my Bindy Blue show this week, we discussed Walter and how Walter had a lot to say about Toya and Reginae and the women in the family. I guess that's what he meant. But either way, we saw him discussing the way he feels as if Toya is always trying to cover up what she has going on, but putting her family out there on Front Street, girl. That's what he said. Okay. And so, because he said that, I want to come to y'all with more of Walter's commentary. And then Toya responded. And that's really why we up here, girl. Because I wouldn't say nothing else about Walter, you know, having condescending conversations with Instagram Live, girl, or wherever he is talking to us. But let's go ahead and get into what he said, and then we'll get into Toya's response, and then we'll hop into love and hip hop. A lot is going down with them people too. So my plan is to be out of here by 2:45, 3 o'clock. That's my plan, to be out here by 3 o'clock so I can be on my way to the pity pad. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into it.
People that really don't know what's up. Like, my little sister got $1 million for that show. We didn't see that money, man. We was being real off the fact that we lost two brothers. Here it is. We got an opportunity. I know my little sister and them got to show her and my niece. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be family because all of us fuck with each other, right? And we trying to show these people where we come from and where we trying to go. How we didn't let this break us, how we use this to become something. That's what I went in and on. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I know everybody ain't there. They're younger than me. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I've seen a different world. I've been gone 20 years from my people. So you got to understand, all right, well, you're not like them. But they got to know that in that same token of me saying that, then they're not like me. So, but it's not to say that I'm on some bad shit. Like if I'm not so eager to put Beat in her place because I feel like, that she's a all right, what y'all want to say she was gay or whatnot, or bisexual or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Of course I don't condone that type of living, but at the same time, you my people, bro. I'm not about to give up on you. I'm gonna wait till
You don't condone it. And see, this is what I be talking about with these niggas. This the members only live. So I'm listen. This is what the fuck I be talking about with these niggas. You done spent 20 years of your raggedy ass funky fucking life in jail. What decisions have you made in your life, having children out of wedlock, robbing, stealing, selling drugs, fighting, fucking, whatever you've been doing? But what in your life makes you feel like you are sitting on a pedestal enough to tell us how you don't agree with Beatty's lifestyle? Are y'all fucking for real? This is what I be talking about with these niggas. You don't have not a foot to stand on. You have done so many fucked up things in your life, but because somebody is gay, you get to act as if they doing something that you can disagree with. Wow. You still homophobic. Ignorant as fuck. Ain't did nothing the Lord told you to do, but you can still be homophobic. It's wild to me.
you get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? And when you come around, you feel what I'm saying? I know you're a good person, you know what I'm saying? But fuck, when you come around, whatever the reasons that you was messing with Mel, because she probably was there to listen or to console you in your time of need. Like, you can't control who you love, bro. And I get that. And I think
I
that's
don't
all she
agree with
wanted Toya to understand. It was kind of hard to come at you. You feel what I'm saying? Because for one, I know that you don't approve of this. For two, we already don't have a fucking real relationship to where we know each other. You feel what I'm saying? And you not the easiest person to talk to. And I'm already not the type of person to be. I'm not like Walter or Casey or Nita. You feel what I'm saying? That just speak my mind. Like, I'm quiet. I'm like how my brother Josh was. I'm not gonna let you just drag for, bro. When I see that,
who the fuck is Dragon Beatty? Who is Dragon Beatty?
she changed her life, dog. She ain't. running around here like she confused. And I'm not saying that nobody else in life is. What I'm saying is, if this is on her mind, bruh, and she's trying to better herself, then support her on that. Be there for her beyond your opinion.
You are full of shit. You are full of shit right now. And it's something I've noticed about Walter. Walter knows how to talk to make it seem as if he got sense. He really, really does. But it slip out every now and again that you don't have no fucking sense. Because are you literally sitting here talking to us, telling us that Toya is homophobic and she don't need to be homophobic and she need to support Beatty anyway, even though you don't agree with it neither? What the fuck are y'all talking about? What are you talking about, Walter?
Or preference. Be the sister. Like you saying you was starting this sister program, then it should have been about you and her like it was about Rain and Reginae. You know what I'm saying? If you was gonna show Nita, you should have let Nita go get one of her big sisters then that she admire and run with every time she go to New Orleans. If you're gonna say sister, it's not just about you and Beatty. If you're gonna show Rain and Reginae and you want Nita to be here and she's here, but you still making that seem like that's an issue, then let Nita come through with Lisa then. Her sister that was there for her, that took care of us when my mama was in the streets.
So what point are you trying to make? Because you going all over the place, sir. You going all over the place. Now we talking about if you gonna have something about sisters, don't let it just be about you and your daughters that sister. Let it be about you and Beatty, but don't let it just be about you and Beatty. Oh no, you need to go find your mama sister and bring her out here so she could take two. Nigga, you you got a lot of wants for somebody else. Like, it is wild to me how much you got sense enough to tell somebody else what they should be doing, but you couldn't figure that shit out for yourself.
It's bad. What about Shalene? Do you know about Shalene? Your aunt that raised us, you feel what I'm saying? That's can't even walk right now. Do you go down there and go spin on them people? You know what I'm saying? What about Janine, who helped raise you, who took you in when you was pregnant with Reginae? Do you go spin on that lady and tell that lady, I thank you, I appreciate you? Like, there's a lot.
She might have, but you was in jail for 20 years. So how would you know?
Bruh, that
It's so funny to me. Niggas be in jail for 20 years of their life because they were selfish and didn't give a fuck. They get out and now they around these people and they want you to be more around and telling you how you should have been doing this and you should have been doing that. Nigga, you shouldn't have been in jail. That way you could have built something for yourself so that you could actually have some ground to stand on as you telling somebody else that's been out this whole time what they should be doing.
that y'all don't even be knowing, bro, that we go through and that shit have to fall on us. So at the end of the day, y'all just gonna look at it like, oh yeah, that's tall. Listen, it's easy to dress it up if you're rich. It's easy to make it look good. It's easy. It don't, many people, 85% of the world is deaf, blind, and dumb, bro. Like right now, she going around saying all this stuff about her family, making her mama feel like she should have to choose sides between her grandchildren. And that's crazy. But that shit going around, she doing all that type of shit. But you know what's crazy, bro? I'm not even looking at it like it's a bad thing. I'm looking at it like this. You're giving me an opportunity to have to tell my story. You're first, without even trying to. It ain't like this coming from your heart that you're trying to give me a platform, like you got so many people fooled into thinking that she gave us a platform. If you understand how TV work or how this shit goes, it's about content, baby. We are the storyline.
Yes. Yes. But let's not forget, Toya and Reginae have been on reality shows without y'all. They've been on reality shows where they was just getting into it with other people. They've been on reality shows before. They didn't necessarily need y'all in order to be on reality TV. But I understand what you mean. You feel like because y'all are the messy part, y'all are the story, y'all are the reason why people come to watch. Y'all story is interesting. Y'all story is entertaining. Absolutely. But nobody would give a fuck about y'all story if it wasn't for Toya. I just want y'all to know. Nobody will give a fuck about y'all story if it wasn't for Toya. And I feel like if y'all have so many issues with Toya, just stop fucking with her. Don't use the opportunity that she giving you. Since you feel like you being slighted, since you feel like she using you, don't go down there and take the opportunity. Go and get it on your own then.
You can't give a storyline a platform. You're not giving me no platform. The storyline is what gives people, characters, a platform. This is the reason you got roles. The storyline is what birth characters. It don't go the other way around. You feel what I'm saying? So
no. Your life, you would be a character, and your story will be your story, regardless to whether we saw it or regardless to whether we gave a fuck about it or not. You being a child of a crackhead and a hoe would have been your story anyway. And it's the story of many a young black people, many of old black people that came from a crackhead and a hoe. Listen, you're not telling a story we have not heard before, especially us New Orleans people. The only reason people watching that show is because of Toya and Reginae, because of what they've built when you were in jail for 20 years. So when you get out and you take advantage of the opportunity, but then turn around and say that they're not really giving you no opportunity because your story is so interesting, then take your fucking story somewhere else. That's all.
It ain't even about putting us in no position, bitch. Our story is what made We TV or BET say, yeah, man, y'all come over here. So that tells you that we must be of some type of value, right? But you the only one that get paid. Like, come on, man. And we be doing that shit.
No, everybody's valuable, but in business, some people have more leverage than others. Toya has more leverage. Why would y'all get paid the same amount of money as her? The show is called Toya and Reginae.
Out of love, and it's all good, bro. But calm down, son. Bring it down, son, bro. People that really don't.
Bruh. All right. Now you trying to act like you calm about it after you cursed everybody out. So Toya came and she talked to us. Hold up, y'all. Toya said, for the record, I don't decide what gets discussed on the show. You spoke to the producers, shared what you wanted to share, and that's what was filmed, just like we did. And yes, we absolutely say cut the cameras when things start going left. You have the right to do that too. If you didn't want to be on the show or share your story, you didn't have to. No one was forced to do anything. And for the record, everyone on our show was paid. Everything this man said in his rant is a lie. I've shared my trauma and vulnerable moments since I've been on TV, and I've grown so much since then. Of course, my story has evolved. The only thing that hasn't changed is the hate and jealousy from you all. Yet, I still try. I try to give y'all opportunities, a platform to share your music and your lives, but somehow it's never enough. You had the best look on the show, but now you claim I exploited you. The look you had was the same one I wanted for everyone. You were never genuine. Y'all, when I told y'all that nigga understood what he was supposed to do and he was in enough control of himself to do it, but what we were seeing outside of the show showcased that was a manipulation. I told y'all that niggas act like they got sense, and it makes you feel like you're dealing with somebody that actually being genuine, and then they gaming you the long way, okay? Because he really did. Everybody was like, okay, Walter got some fucking sense. But because Walter had already got online and talked shit about his sister, what I was seeing on the show, I already knew was a manipulation. You were never genuine. From the first day of filming, you were already trying to connect with the network to get your own show. You've been a snake from the start, and that's the part that hurts the most, because after coming home, I really thought we turned a corner in our relationship. And I know she did. She did. Your whole role on the show was fake for the cameras. And now I know once and for all, you never genuinely rock with me. And that's the sad part. And I believe everything that Toya said is genuine. And this is why, if y'all do come back for another season of a reality show, leave them fucking people where they are. If y'all don't have an interesting enough story to tell without them, then don't come back. I don't feel like they need it. Reginae is getting movie role after movie role, whether it's Tubi, whether it's Peacock, whatever it is, Reginae is working. Toya and her husband are working. Let's talk about another thing that happened with Toya that really worked on my fucking nerves. Because y'all, when I tell y'all nothing annoys me more than when the public tries to rile up somebody's husband through the internet, right? Like a woman does something and y'all be on the internet talking about, oh, the woman is embarrassing her husband and he need to leave her and all of this and this and that. So Toya was on Carlo's show, right? Y'all know that I don't really, I don't jive with Carlos, right? I watch his interviews. I feel like I'm never a hater. He does a great job. He is able to get really great interviews at really great times. Okay. He is talented. I'm never going to hate on the man. He's even very nice looking. Okay. I always give Carlos his props, but Carlos is a man that I believe is in the swallows of misogynoir, specifically misogynoir, meaning that you are enveloped in black male misogyny. And whenever there is a woman who is in some type of toxic or abusive relationship with a man, you're going to want her to get back with him if he's famous. He does this every time he interviews a woman that has recently got out of some type of abusive or toxic relationship. He always wants them to get back together or ask the question if they got back together. Now, please don't get me wrong. While Wayne will always be one of the best rappers to ever rap, while he will always be iconic, as a woman, if he were not like he is up here, like he's smart, like if you listen to Wayne talk, I feel like if Wayne wanted to engage in a conversation with a woman, you would have a great conversation with Wayne if he wasn't being an asshole, right? But he would be an asshole so much that his intellect would not really make you feel that great about dealing with him. He always has an attitude about him that I'm the greatest rapper alive since the greatest rapper retired. So y'all can kiss my ass. I don't have to be nice. I don't have to feign any type of cordialness with nobody if I don't want to. And that's his prerogative, but that's a nigga with a bad attitude. That's just how I see it. Okay? You're a nigga with a lot of money and a badass attitude. And for me, I have been around men who have money and a badass attitude. And I've always felt like, yeah, I'm not poor enough for this to work for me. I'm sorry. That's why I've always came from. As long as I have been on this earth, I have been around men with money that have horrible fucking attitudes. Okay? So when it comes to Lil Wayne, the man is not attractive at this point in his life. His health, his locks, whatever happened with that, I don't feel like this is a man that takes good care of his body. So you are not attractive. You have a bad attitude, but you have a lot of money and you are smart. That's not enough for nobody to be wanting to be with him. Toya had him when it was even worth going through any of that shit for him. He was at the height of his career and he was attractive to somebody, to her. Okay? Because if you ask me, the nigga was never like somebody I would have tried to fuck. Like, I'm just saying, I don't care that you got money. I don't care that you're a great rapper. I just don't care. Like, I've been in news business. I'm from here. I've been around celebrities enough to know that you are just another human being. Once the, oh my God, who you are, we get past that, you just another fucking person. Okay? And most people like him, they're not like, you're not going to have a good interaction all the time, especially if you are a woman. So, no, there's nothing about him that is attractive that Carlos should feel like, let me ask Toya, would she be with Wayne again if she and her husband now weren't together? First of all, that was a disrespectful question. Toya, whether she answered it or not, whether Toya said, yeah, or not, which is not what she said. What she said was the nigga still want me. And I feel like she didn't even have to say that. We already know that nigga still want you. Look at you. Niggas gonna always, first of all, everything we've seen from him has shown that after their relationship, he takes good care of all of the women in his life. I will always give him that. He may not seem respectful, but financially, I feel like Wayne takes care of all of his children and all of the mothers of his children. I have never ever heard one of his baby mamas get on the internet and say that Wayne wasn't looking out for me. I've never heard that from anybody. Maybe Nivea, I can't recall. Maybe that was the dream she was talking about. I can't recall. But all I know is it seems to me that nobody has any complaints about Wayne when it comes to him being a good baby daddy. But everybody has complaints about him when it comes to being a husband or a boyfriend or what have you. Okay? Carlos always asking questions like that. But to me, Wayne will always want Toya because Toya is beautiful. Toya has kept herself up. Toya is a 40-something-year-old woman that still looks like a early 30-something-year-old woman. Okay? And really, if you did put her up against a 20-something, she still, like you can't see that much of a difference. When Toya and her daughter are standing next to each other, it's only because Reginae is such like a actual cute, like she has cheeks, you know what I'm saying? And a cute little face. Like Reginae looks young because her features, the way she looks is young. She'll always look relatively young because she has those cute little cheeks. That's what having cute little cheeks does for you, girl. Having cute little cheeks makes you look young for longer. That's why I still look young, even though I'm 36 and I'll be 37 in May. And to me, once you're 37, bitch, you almost 40. And I still look sometimes like somebody's child. Okay? So it's really all about the cheeks, girl. Have big cheeks. It'll save your youth. All right? Toya is beautiful. Toya is one of the girls from down here, you know what I'm saying? Like myself, where you have, I'm going to be ignorant right now because this is how other people view it. This is not how I view it, but it's how other people view it. You got a nice grain of hair. You have a certain, like the New Orleans girl, muddied caramel complexion is close to how like I feel Dominicans and Haitian people kind of look. So there's something exotic about us because of the way our skin tone looks. That's one thing. The other thing is that a lot of us have natural good body frames, right? A lot of people have not seen me in person. When you see me in person, you really, really get it. Because on camera, I look like, oh, I'm just like top heavy. When you see me in person, how short I am, how small my frame is, but how I am stacked up top and on the bottom, proportionately. Proportionately. I don't look like an Instagram model, but I am proportionate. When you have certain attributes about yourself, same as Toya. Toya is proportionate and works out. Body is banging, always has been. Skin has always been beautiful. Take care of yourself. Have a classy demeanor about yourself. You don't act a fool in public. You don't do too much. You have a good time. You a fun girl and you chill. I'm telling you, when you are that type of woman, it is very hard for your exes not to always miss you in one way or another, especially if you was one of the girls that like they really was fucking with, like y'all had some type of long-term relationship. That was his first baby mama. That nigga gonna always have some type of love and affection for her. And when I say that, his version of it, I'm gonna always care about her, want to make sure she good, and also I'm gonna always want to fuck her. I may not ever get to fuck her again, but if I get the opportunity to fuck her, I would absolutely fuck her. I would never turn it down. Most niggas feel like that about women that they at some point or another had a baby with or were in love with. They're gonna always feel that way. So that's not a surprise to me, y'all. Is it a surprise to y'all? If somebody had asked y'all, do y'all think Wayne would still fuck with Toya? I feel like everybody would say yes. But if she says it, then all of a sudden she's disrespecting her husband. And now y'all are talking about, as a married woman, some stuff you don't say. Sierra and Savannah James would never. My man would have had me between the washing machine and the dryer. 5,000 people like that comment that her man would have put his hands on her. Hoes are just, girl, lost. That's not good for you to be with a man that wants to put his hands on you, bitch. That's not good. I don't care what you did. That's not a good thing. First of all, it's not a good thing that you would be the type of woman for a man to want to put his hands on you if that's what you into, because some of y'all are. But no, girl, no. Don't be out here embarrassing your husband like this, sis. As a married woman, you don't talk like that. I'm sorry. I could be wrong, but if I'm happily married, don't bring up no ex to me. Y'all all sound like y'all are lying. Y'all all sound delusional. Y'all all sound like y'all hating. Y'all all sound like y'all want somebody to lie and not tell the truth in order to coax some nigga's ego. When at the end of the day, a lot of men who really are secure in their relationships don't be bothered by every little thing. They know them niggas still want their woman. Them niggas know. They know. They don't give a fuck. Y'all are the only ones in the comments acting like there's some nigga standing over you about to hit you because you admitted a truth that might be uncomfortable. That's a part of the problem right now. People cannot tell the truth simply because the truth is uncomfortable to somebody. Y'all handle these men with kid gloves like the men are so sensitive that they're just gonna break. The women in these comments are showing us why it's most niggas, if not all. And the only reason we saying it's not all niggas is because Red made it a point to get up here on the internet and talk about how much he loves Toya and how great of a mother and wife Toya is. In real life, no man is letting go of a woman who loves and takes care of him because y'all are on the internet feeling like he should. No nigga is really doing that. Any nigga that's really walking away from a good household because of what people outside of it are saying, they need to get out. They need to be gone. It needed to be done with. It needed to be over because you're not secure enough. And you hoes in these comments aren't secure either. Let's listen to the clip.
Was it hard for you to make the decision to like leave the relationship? Because I remember reading your book. You obviously come from a broken home, right? And that was something that you struggled with, not wanting to give Reginae. So was that something that was tough for you? And if so, what made you have enough strength to like say, I gotta do this?
I'm the type of person like, when things are not, when you're young, you go through a lot, you take a lot. But it comes at a certain point, you wake up and you be like, I deserve better. I deserve better. Now I have a daughter. I can't watch I could have still today been in that situation and can be if I wanted to. Okay.
What about
It's like, no shade or nothing. Like,
no, the thing is this. Listen, not to cut you.
And really all that mean is I left him. He didn't leave me. And he always acted like if I wanted to be there, I could be there.
And not to put words in your mouth. I think we all know at the end of the day, you left Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
You left him.
Even though I got cheated on million times.
You got cheated on.
But
right. But and this is no shade to anybody. And we're having a real conversation. At the end of the day, if you told Wayne today, I'm divorcing, God forbid, and let's do this, he will say yes. That's the gag.
Anyway, we are, but you get to a point where.
So she didn't even, all she said was, if I still wanted to be in that situation, I could have, which means that I left him. He didn't leave me. I wanted it to be over. He didn't want it to be over. It's crazy to me that if a man had an opportunity, like when Jeezy left Jeannie Mai, y'all throw that shit out there all the time as if that means that man wasn't being vindictive towards that woman or vengeful in some type of way, which is irrelevant. But it's the same thing now with Toya saying, if I still wanted to be with that nigga, I could have been with that nigga, and y'all mad. And this is supposed to hurt Red's feelings. That if that was a situation, that could have been a situation. That's wild for me, the way a lot of you women in the comments are responding. To me, y'all are responding as if y'all are all with insecure, angry men that pop off anytime they think about somebody wanting you. And that's insane. If you are an attractive woman, niggas are gonna want you. Women are gonna want you. And you have to be with a person that is secure. And it seems to me that most of y'all are with insecure men. That's what it seems to me.
It's like you want more for your life. And by the way, me and Wayne have an amazing relationship. That's like my brother. We can talk about his girls. You know what I'm saying? He talk about rain or soccer, whatever. Like, we have a really good relationship. Like, right, Reginae is older now, but I just feel like we've been friends.
I feel like that's a good thing. I feel like, I don't know Wayne like that. So if Wayne is an asshole to everybody else but the people in his family, I love that for them. Because usually it's the other way around. And I hated the way he treated Reginae for a long time. Like, it felt like Reginae was always trying to force this relationship between the two of them. That's my daddy. That's my, even though it seemed as if he was kind of treating her in the same manner the way he would treat a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you. I wish I could be there, but I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And I just, I feel like at the end of the day, I'm glad that they have a good relationship now. I'm glad that he's respectful of them. And I feel like it's had to have been some growth. I think that nigga done almost died a few times. And who show up for you really starts to matter when your health is an issue. And I feel like if I know them people the way my people are, like the way my husband's people are, you show up. It don't matter. Like, my mother-in-law is married and separated from a man, okay? And because they still together, but they don't live together. They got two different houses, okay? And she still will be at the hospital anytime something happens with my father-in-law, Lyric's daddy. She shows up. His girlfriend will be there. His girlfriend may not be there. But at the end of the day, she shows up, we show up, and my sister-in-law, who is not even his daughter, shows up as well. So for me, I just kind of feel like when you have that type of relationship with your people, all of this shit that y'all be mad about, oh, they gonna feel away, man. People really be too old for that shit at some point. If you actually around older people that have gained wisdom with their age, like I be, everybody say ignorant shit sometimes, but wisdom with the way that they live their life and how they care for the people around them. I just don't see the women in my life caring about that shit. Even when I was younger, my aunt helped raise, 2, 3 of my aunts, my cousin. Like, these niggas go get other women pregnant and they raise the children, not because they give a fuck about the man, but because they don't want the children to be out here needing, wanting. Like, they do the right thing really because of the kids, because they want to be mothers, or because they felt like the other mama wasn't going to take care of them. So I might as well, fuck, I love this stupid ass nigga, but they'll still be a mother, whether they with the man or not, and still be a grandmother. And there are a lot of things that women do for men that I feel like is stupid. But when it all boils down to it, the way women are able to put ego and emotions to the side to do what they have to do for the children, or be there if the man is ailing and all of that, I do, with no contention. To me, I feel like that's how shit really supposed to be. That's what I was raised up seeing. And now everybody acting so jealous and so bothered and putting their ego before what is best for everybody overall. That's some new shit that I'm not really used to seeing. Okay? I would much rather women leave these men than to be holding on to these negative emotions because the men have had children out of wedlock or hurt you or whatever the fuck didn't happen. Like, because the children still needed to be siblings. The relationships that my cousins and I have and that they have with each other, regardless of how they got here, is so important to us now. When we have events and all of that, everybody's there and you want to see everybody. So to me, I feel like the way Toya and them roll is the right way to roll when it comes to, you know, them people not together no more. They moved on to different people, but they still have to be family because they have people in common. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that my mother-in-law always shows up, not because she really care. Like, yeah, she does, but that's because that's Lyric daddy. That's why. Because that's Lyric's daddy. And she knows how Lyric daddy feel about him and how Lyric feel about his daddy. So she shows up because that's her child's father, because she loves her child. Like, that's really what it be about a lot of the time for women, especially if they mature in their age, you know, and they did this sex shit and all of this enough to be like, man, look, I ain't about to, whatever, bye. Okay. Like, that's not the most important thing. After a while, all of them emotions that y'all get wrapped up in, feeling jealous or worrying about if he picking this one over you, at some point you age out of giving a fuck about any of that, because you learn these niggas gonna be where they gonna be, and it ain't worth for you to feel no type of way any fucking way. So I really don't fuck with the mentality of a lot of these people. And just because everybody feel like, you know, everybody's on the same accord with this shit, I'd have a knuckle sandwich waiting home if I was her husband. You would hit her. And look, facts. I'm this person, and you would be going to jail. Let me like that. This was so disrespectful to her husband, just wildly inappropriate. Was it really that serious? She's saying if she wanted Wayne, she could have him. Y'all so dramatic. No, for real. They really jumping off the fucking curb and saying that this man should put hands on her. Something is really wrong with you weird ass bitches. I just want to say that. Something is really, really, really wrong with you weird ass bitches. Because y'all really be out here inciting for a man to put his hands on a woman. Y'all hoes are weird. I need y'all to go get some help and stop internalizing all of that misogyny. Please stop internalizing that self-hate and that shame because of decisions you've made. No woman deserves to be having somebody putting their fucking hands on her because she made their man jealous by telling the truth. Fuck out of here. Have you hold up. That's not what this is right here. This is what Toya's husband posted. Toya, this date was right after you lost your brothers. You were a wreck. We had a dinner with your dad, and this is when y'all started to repair y'all relationship. I remember this day so clearly. I held you while you were full of emotions, and I told you, I am here and I got you. This was years ago. And baby, nothing has changed. You are beautiful. You have done and do so much for people, and you are so fucking amazing. This is our chapter. Relax and let's live it. And let's live it up. Hashtag rushings. And here y'all are in the comments talking about how amazing this man is. And to me, this is amazing. And I'm glad he came out here and said this. I'm glad that he was a secure enough man to come out here and tell everybody, I love my wife. She is an amazing person, and y'all are not about to tarnish her because she was honest about the fact that these niggas know how amazing she is. Y'all sound like some haters. I had to get that off my chest because y'all, I hate that weird ass shit.